So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Jump, pilot, 64, weak.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ready, 30 base.
I'm coming. Check 24, check 24.
Snap.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Aikman. And he will find his man on the outside. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A run by Bell on 1st down, going to go nowhere as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Let's go. You gon' take.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. To throw is Aikman. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Time to go, night, night. Check, 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 check.
Hurry, hurry.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
Now a run with Anderson. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What's that? 180.
Mark 54. Check, 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 check.
Done.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Begin, begin, begin.
Kings.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Alert, 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 alert.
Play fake. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Bell. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Hester. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Open is Powell, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Well, soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but we'll see.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Aikman. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Just like that.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go. Hey, Alpha. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Go. All right, 55.
From the gun on 3rd down is Aikman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
At the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ready. Check, 55, come on. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Coaching, spill. Out. Hustle.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down, here's Aikman. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We better not.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
55.
They go play action now. Aikman, he wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6 man.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
Their own 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll go again with Bell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Fake middle throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, Hester. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Mayfield. Space to maneuver at the 40. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
54 Mike. Hurry. Check.
On first down, Barkley. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Aikman looking to throw. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Ready? 50-70, Indy.
65.
Ready?
First down. Here's Aikman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. He completes it to Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Barkley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Again, it's Bell. Well, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, Delta. Check right. Get it.
Now it's Aikman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
New England on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a gain of 5.
Check 25.
Brings up
Check
2nd
25.
and 5 at the 28-yard line.
58, boy. 58. 58, Mike.
Shoot. Again, it's Aikman. He completes it to Evans. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-3. 218. Chop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Evans once again the intended receiver. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Go, Jackrabbit. Come on.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Looking to throw again here, Aikman. Screenplay to McAllister. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Matchbox lights.
On 3rd and goal, Aikman. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Now, 4th and goal.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. Aikman. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. You better be afraid. Hurry. You better be afraid of me. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Again, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here we go. 50, plant. Don't let him breathe. Get it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Detroit, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try to get Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They start the drive with Lynch. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Allen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Come on, set, 8, read. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
On 3rd and short, Tolbert. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Hey, high 7.
I'm coming after you. Mike, check, 59.
Hey, watch your leg. Big grip.
Off the play fake, Elway. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Hand him, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline because when you score... a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now. Check three. Yo, spot.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
They run the counter. It's Allen. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No chance.
From the shotgun, Elway. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
Go now. 70, Indy.
On 1st down, Allen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me?
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, That means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
Now Elway on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
7-7, our score after 1. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 2nd down, Graham nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throw right side complete to Carter. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Graham will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because... just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Graham going to set up to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. they're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Graham. And he's got his man on the out route. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from AB. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Elway. And he comes back with one complete. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Elway, and that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's smooth. It's a party now. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Yes. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Play action. Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They fake the give. Now Elway. He's got Fuller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, they scared. Ready?
Elway now off of play action. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This one is right down the middle. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Now Graham looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Graham, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Graham. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Elway. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Go.
Play action. It's Elway. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
56 to Mike.
Hey, lock it. Go.
56. Let's go, Tapper. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check out. Go.
Off the play fake. Elway. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll run again with Lynch. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Elway to throw on 2nd. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Elway to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Now throwing on first down and completing it. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Graham to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start, and the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Graham to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the toss, here's Allen. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now it's Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tie it right. Even. 4 down. Even.
2nd and 5. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Graham will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for second place all time. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Graham going to set up to throw. He gets it to Cooks. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Ready, set.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Hey, 4 down. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.